Hey everybody, Mark Stanislawski of Good Ideas Comics, and today we're going to be looking at P.A.C. from Artifacts Incorporated. This book came out in 1993. I had recently bought a collection of like 600 books, and this book happened to be in it, and I'd never seen it before. Again, learned something new. So we're going to take a look at it and go through it. I've already read it, so I know. And we're going to say, is this comic gold or is this fool's gold? Back in 1993, people were making comics. Comics were coming out left and right. Anyone who had a nickel was making comics. They weren't all good. We do see that we have a wraparound cover here. Very nice, but we do see a lot of computer-generated art. This is all computer generated. This probably whole thing is computer generated. I'm not so sure about this lava lamp 70s weird computer generated stuff here. The art is, it's decent. It's decent. The lines here kind of makes it look like that this female character has a lot of hair on her arm. But overall, it's okay. It's okay. And we get into the story. Okay, inside cover. What does P.A.C. stand for? It stands for Predator Human Assault Corps. What is a predator human? Well, predator is a prefix. So when you call something preternatural, predator meaning more than. So preternatural is more than natural. Predator human, more than human. Story pencils, inks, Frederick Cooper. Story dialogue, Mark Bentley. Color is Frederick Cooper and Macintosh. Haha, very funny. You probably didn't need to put that there. You should have just put Frederick Cooper. But we will see, because Macintosh should get a credit, because as we see, there is a lot of computer-generated stuff, and it doesn't end there. It's all computer. There's a lot of computer-generated stuff in this book. And I guess that was the thing. First page, we have the villain called Baobon Smith. Not Smith. Baobon Sith, as in, Jedi or Sith. Baobon Sith. Now, I'll give him credit. I love the name. Baobon Sith. Great name for a villain. He's in some dimension, and he creates demons to bring darkness to, I think, Earth. It's never mentioned where the location is. He brings these creatures, and then there's counter. It's almost like a video game, to be honest with you. The bad guys come in and then counter, and I guess this hero comes out of nowhere. He transports somewhere. And again, we got a lot of computer generated stuff here, and this is Black Dog. The art is okay, I guess. And Black Dog takes care of the demons. Baobon Sith gets a little ticked off, creates different types of demons to counter Black Dog, and we get, another hero from P.A.C. gets teleported in, Death's Arc, who suddenly has a brick wall behind him for apparently no reason. And he takes care of the second wave of I don't even know what to call these things. They're not demons. They're creations of Baobon Sith. I don't think they're independently there's no intelligence. They're created to destroy, and that's it. But Death's Arc takes care of these demons. Baobon Sith still gets pissed, and then we are brought into the next hero that brought in, which is Lynx. And Lynx finishes off. Weird thing is that these creatures, I mean, they're supposedly powerful creatures, but they can die just by getting stabbed. I don't understand that one. You know, Balban Siths again, you know, this cannot be. I implore you, grant me the power to destroy these mortals in the name of the abyssal that spawned you. Send your horde to rid me of this pestilent annoyance. Don't like the fact that they split up pestilent. You really shouldn't be doing that in lettering. Move to my will, I command it. And then Hyena appears, who is another one of the P.A.C. Now, again, we don't know where this takes place. You know, here's a moon here. Is that Earth's moon? I guess it takes place on Earth. I have no idea. Hyena takes care of these creatures. Hyena is unleashed. Okay. Again, you know, there's a lot of close-ups here, a lot of action, a lot of blood, a lot of gore. I guess that's what things were in 1993. I don't even remember 1993 anymore, so I can't even tell you. Then we get the other two members of the P.A.C., Dante and Lagardo, and they take care of more of these creatures that Balban Sith created. And yeah, it's just, I think it would have been good, even if they took 2 pages or even 1 page. You know, there's this hidden base somewhere where these P.A.C. members live or something, and they're trying to stave off the darkness from Balban Sith and this other creature Diabolus, who suddenly appears out of nowhere with no rhyme or reason. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And Balban Sith supposedly has this great power. You know, he says, I've waited 1,000 turnings to return and claim that which is mine by right. So, I mean, we don't even know where they are. Is this Earth? Earth is his by right? I mean, who gave him that right? It is I who have proved myself before the gates of the abyss, and it is I who shall bring eternal darkness to this world. But we don't know what world it is. There's very little, you know, the setting isn't made. It's going to be to be continued. And there was a second issue. There was a second issue of P.A.C. Published. And that was it. These are the only 2 books that Artifacts Inc. Now, I explored the interwebs for information on Artifacts Inc., and I can't find anything. I don't know if they were an incorporation or if this is just their name, Artifacts Inc. I mean, can you do that? Is that legal to say, like, if I did Good Ideas Comics Inc., but I'm not incorporated, is that even legal? I don't even know. So they must have been incorporated. If somebody knows, please put a comment down below, because I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's legal. And it's to be continued. And it is continued. And to be honest with you, I will say this up front. The second issue is available. You can go to My Comic Shop. They're on eBay. My Comic Shop and eBay, they're all asking for like $250 for the book. I mean, look, I bought this from a collection and I paid 18 cents for it. And to be honest, that's what it's worth, 18 cents. I would not pay $250 for the second issue. If I happen to come across it maybe in a 50-cent bin, I might get it for 50 cents just to satisfy my curiosity. Now, this is interesting because they came up with an ad for another book that they were going to do, a horror book, Up the Spine. Okay, I like the cover. I like the female form. She's hot. I like the hair. You know, we got some boobage. I like it. This is a book that I would buy and try out. But this book never came out. This book never came out. They only did P.A.C. 1 and 2. Here's the ad for number 2. And the only thing I can assume is that either something happened and they had to fold up shop, or the orders for P.A.C. weren't what they were hoping they were going to be, and they said, "Nah, we're going to just not make any more comics." It's kind of weird for only like 2 issues for you to just fold up. So something happened. And if anybody knows, please put it in the comments. I'm trying to find out. Supposedly Artifacts also did sportswear of animal mascots, but I can't find anything on this whatsoever. But I like this. This they should have did first instead of P.A.C. And then we get some info pages, some bio pages, a lot of computer generated stuff. This is hard to read. This is even harder to read. Again, people, if you're going to make comics and you're going to have bio pages, make it easy to read. Again, here we go with the computer generated interiors. Come on, man. You know, computer generated. I could read all of this up until we hit his knee, I guess. That's kind of a weird looking knee. Yeah, it's, and then Baoban Sith. I mean, I love that name. I'll give him points for the name of the villain. And they have a contest. Win the original cover art for. I wonder how many people entered this contest. My gut is that no one, not one person entered this contest. And I wonder how many people actually bought this. And look at this computer generated. Yeah, I can't read this. Can you read it? I can't. Can you read that? I can't read that. That's weird, man. That's tough. That's tough to read. Not with my old eyes. I can't read that stuff. But yeah, this could very well be comic book 101 if you're going to make comics, of what not to do in a comic. Yeah, it's all right to use. Look, if you want to use computer generated backgrounds and stuff like that, I get it, but have a story, you know, please, you know. Yes, you have bios of these characters, but at least give us something. Where are they coming from? They're teleporting in from somewhere. What is their structure? Give us a little bit of backstory. I highly doubt that P.A.C. number 2 is going to give us anything more than what we're seeing here. I would imagine that P.A.C. number 2, more demons or whatever you want to call them. I don't even know what these creatures are brought in. The P.A.C. defeats them, and they defeat Baoban Sith, and that's the end of it. I guess. I don't know. And I mean, I hope it doesn't end in a cliffhanger issue 2, because there was never an issue 3. It was only 2 issues. Those were the only 2 books they ever made. So, and that's it. And that's P.A.C. I just wanted to, I felt I owed it to the comic community to highlight this book and say, is it comics gold or is it fool's gold? It is most definitely fool's gold. I would not, you know, if you had to find this in a 50-cent bin and you want something in your collection that's totally off the cuff, that's totally weird, that's totally what not to do if you want to make a comic, because there really is no story. It's just fighting and blood and gore. There's no characterization. There's no fleshing. There's no nothing. It is a fight. It is an issue-long fight that really has there's no context to it. There's nothing. You have no history. Definitely not what you want to do for a first issue. And if you want to pay the $250 an issue to have it in your collection, because it's a weird, really weird book, it's definitely 1990s with the Macintosh computer backgrounds and everything, then yeah, go for it. But this, I mean, I don't even want to put this on and sell it anywhere, because I wouldn't foist this on anyone. So I'll probably just bag it and board it and keep it in my collection, and and probably never read it again, because otherwise I will gouge my eyes out. So that's it. That's it for this video. Thank you for hanging around for, God, 15 minutes. That's ridiculous. I should not have taken that long on this book. It doesn't deserve it. But next video, we're going to come up with a good one. And I want to thank you for hanging out. Again, like, subscribe, hit the bell, do everything, share it. What do you know the drill here. You've been watching YouTube enough, I'm sure. And hey, we'll see you in the funny pages.